Hey guys, welcome to this about channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Put the post notification for you to be notified. Like the video and comment if you'd like. Let's get into pop and urban entertainment as we usually do. Barbie World has been certified platinum, so congrats to the duo. Nicki tweeted, "What a successful soundtrack," which is true. Again, congrats to her. She has broken the record of the most monthly listeners on Spotify history with 63. It's keep on increasing now in 64 as it goes beyond 65. And this is because of, thankfully to all the listeners who are streaming on her official account. So congrats to her. She deserves it. She has new music always dropping. So it's technically obvious the success to be tied to her name. On another topic, now that Barbie World has been certified platinum, some of her fans believe that she should add that single to her 15th album. Now, we already know it's a successfully soundtrack. It neither belongs to NickiMinaj or Ice Spice, but the label that, Warner Bros. I feel like game always changes when coming to NickiMinaj. If it was another artist adding to their upcoming album, they will be praised for it, but it's Nicki Minaj. She will get criticized from the general public. You all know very well the ops, the haters, they always watch Nicki Minaj for whatever reason they have. So you'll give me your opinion on that too. So according to rumors between Megan Thee Stallion and the Queen of Rap, they are reportedly in talking terms. Now that's leave it everything to Nicki Minaj. We may say no, we don't need it, but again, she may decide, to let go and be on good terms with Megan. Moving on to Lato and her 10 fans. As you can see, the mulatto fans, they wanted Ice Spice to come outside so that they can check her. They want to talk to her. Maybe, go on, physical attack, physical attraction, the embarrassment. They all can fit on one video. I hope they took that as shade. But when you look in the comments, it seems like they did not get the shade at all. They are that slow. Those are the people who give Mulatto the 1K streams when she drops her single features. Now, the one who owns that page, Mulatto's Crave, claims is the one in full green. Instead of, supporting Mulatto's feature that she was on with the American artist, I don't even know the song, and give her the stream that she deserves, they are out here trying to check Ice Spice. I believe Ice Spice can use the video to file a complaint against them that will teach them a lesson if they really needed to check her for whatever reason. Yet she has that's a threat, and they have shown all their faces and the video is available. Moving on, CardiB checks Amy Luciani, if that's the correct name, how you pronounce it. She went on an interview claiming that she was one of those writers who was selected in CardiB's first album. A camp writers, something like that these big labels have when they have artists like CardiB who cannot write. CardiB exposed, the conversation between them. She sent the conversation between her and Amy to one of her besties, and it was watermarked by Kenny the Barbie, as you can see in the first conversation. Amy was not too happy. Again, CardiB exposed it. I mean, like, we're talking to CardiB. She loves the press and claims now she wants to be respected as an writer. Yet you've come out several times to say that you don't care about being lyrical. You don't care if anyone writes or does not write. You don't care, which is fine all this time. Why do you want to care now? That's my whole point of view. But one thing about CardiB, she loves to hop on other people's DMs. She's the one who hopped on Amy's DM, and Amy clarified everything, even though her lyrics did not end up in CardiB's album or song, whatever. She loves to hope on black women. She knows they are vulnerable, so she knows you all cannot do anything out here in the community. Megan Thee Stallion's second album, Tramazine, has been certified gold after a year of anniversary, so congrats to her. We always remember Tramazine because it dropped the same time as Super Freaky Girl with Nicki Minaj, so yeah, we do remember that. So there's this fan page that has Beyonce's pic, which means it's a Beyonce fan page. wishes death on careers of their following artists because she believes they have not stood well enough with Megan Thee Stallion. Now for Nicki Minaj, that's a waste of time. A lot of people have always wished Nicki Minaj down, but still is here. And for the other legends, 50 Cent, who else? LeBron James, even though he's not in music, Drake, that's totally a waste of time, if you believe me or not. And what did Lil Baby do? Even though they work together, Lil Baby really does not need, to have loyalty on Megan. As for the bloggers, they are used to cases and, positive and negative reviews from the public, general public, in my opinion. As for this point, you need to stream mega music. You're wasting your time. How many times will I even tell you that? You're really, really wasting your time, but you need to be proven that you're wasting your time. Megan is coming back. Hopefully, you'll support her with the mediocre line versus whatever she has, as long as you support it. That will be like approval that you're still standing with Megan. And one thing for sure, allegedly, I'm just saying, in my opinion, if her music does not peak at a success that she hoped, she might go back to connect herself with this case, how she's a black woman, how she's not getting support from the general public because people believe nothing, allegedly. So that's my opinion. I hope you all stop so that I can stop, but I'll stop. Moving on. Congrats to ArianaGrande. She has surpassed 40 billion streams on Spotify across all credits. She is the 8th most streamed artist of all time on the platform. So yeah, congrats to her. Moving on. A lot of people believe Beyonce has a ban account because whatever her fans suggest, she always ends up wearing it in one of her concerts, her stadium tour. And this is not the first time, even though you're all picking it at the first time. There was another time that her fan page, one of the biggest fan page of Beyonce, did suggest another designer, and she wore it less than a month or two. So she definitely is keeping an eye and ear on the internet, and it's actually not a bad thing. It's a very, very good thing. Virgo Groove single visuals have linked from the Renaissance unreleased clips. So the more she keeps on keeping them, there is a possibility of the whole visual album to link, just like the album got linked. So you'll give me an opinion on that. She was performing in Atlanta in a stadium, and now they have August 11th Beyonce Day in honor of the Renaissance World Tour. So every year, congrats to her. Now we all know her tour is very successfully, but by the end of the tour, she will be surpassing 500 million plus dollars, of course, in revenue of the whole tour. So congrats to her. And Chloe and Halle, they were spotted in Atlanta where she was performing for the Renaissance World Tour. So finally, they were waiting for the US leg to be so that they could be there. Unfortunate news on the prediction. Chloe Angel's single is nowhere in the prediction table, but Imagine Me You, Good by Usher, Summer Walker, and 21 Savage, it has been predicted to debut. Let's remember that Chloe's single went top 10 on US iTunes. It had 500,000 streams on the first day, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And it has almost surpassed 6 to 7 million views on YouTube. I feel like that's very decent for her to, at least chart. But if you all keep on streaming, I'm sure it will end up on the charting news. But it's such unfortunate that it won't debut according to the prediction. On iSpice again, she has surpassed 45 million monthly listeners on Spotify for the first time in her career. Congrats to her. 1 year ago to today, she was averaging 30k streams. Now I believe that she has already surpassed CardiB, but if not, she's definitely on the way, to surpass CardiB, like it or not. Moving on Lizzo, let's leave the allegation aside. She has been dropped from the Super Bowl halftime consideration from her, as assault allegation. Now this is an alleged news. But why will they even consider her in the first place, to do a headlining of Super Bowl? At this point, I feel like they can even skip NickiMinaj and give CardiB a headlining at this point from the Super Bowl, which would be very, very embarrassing For me, if I was even to attend the Super Bowl, I would need a whole screen lyrics for other songs, and that's really not shade. She does not have the catalog. She has only 2 hit songs that went to number one. I'm sure those are the only ones that I know. The lyrics says a little bit, but it's really not shade. Congrats to Glorilla. Her EP that was released almost a year ago, Anyway Life's Great, has been certified gold in the US. Congrats to her. And that's really like thank you to CardiB's Tomorrow too. It was added in the EP. I'm sure the success of the single is the contribution of the whole EP by now, being satisfied gold, but still congrats to her. On Britney Spears, she is set to sit down for an interview with Oprah to tell her her whole truth about what really went through her conservatorship years, according to The Sun, allegedly. Now, during the early days, at the moment she won the conservatorship from her parents and whoever was holding her down, a lot of people felt like sitting with Oprah was not a good idea by writing a book, but seems like she has changed her mind. And I still feel the same way. Like, what is the use? What is the benefit of sitting with Oprah to promote the book? With Oprah, it seems like everyone has to talk to her. It's Beyonce. If it's not Beyonce, it's Adele. It's Whitney Houston. Seems like everyone has to go through her. The kind of pull and connection that Oprah has to convince these ladies or men to sit with her really need to be studied. Moving on our last topic, Olivia Rodrigo's second single is predicted to debut at top 10. It makes her the first artist in history to debut her first 6 single in top 10 of the chart. So congrats to her. If that happens, it definitely would happen. So you all give me your opinion on today's topics if you don't mind. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. See you on another video if you don't mind. Love you all.